Hello everyone, and welcome to this video about sight reading. I'm going to give you some ideas to help you and some tips to get you going. Firstly, what is sight reading? Well, sight reading is when a musician, pianist, violinist, guitarist is looking at a piece of sheet music and they're trying to work out what to play. They will never have seen it before, never heard it, and they've probably not got a teacher at that moment in time who will spoon feed them some help. So it requires a good number of skills and knowledge of theory. Secondly, why bother with sight reading? Well, it is a fantastic skill to have, in my opinion, and it opens up a world of sheet music. For piano, the amount of music out there is vast. But if your sight reading is poor, you're going to struggle to access that. So it must be obvious how good it is to be a good sight reader. You don't need a teacher to get you going with what you want to give a shot. Thirdly, why is it so hard? That's a question I often get from my pupils here in Lancashire in England, as well as online pupils. My answer is that musical notation, that's the symbols, the squiggles on the page, crotchets, minims and so on, they form a language, and you simply have to learn that language. Treble clef, bass clef, the effect of a key signature, that note is a G sharp, and you have to learn how to apply that to your instrument. Where do I put my fingers to play that? And learning the knowledge and these skills takes time, and a lot of time is required, to be honest, for most people. Okay, here are some tips. Firstly, try to get some good material at your level. For example, published by ABRSM, Associated Board of the Royal Schools, or Trinity College of Music, or London College of Music, Rock School. Secondly, develop a good awareness of letter names, such as the lines and the spaces for treble and bass clef, or if you're viola, it's going to be the C clef. In other words, your theory. Now, it's not just having that knowledge, it's also how quickly you can apply that knowledge. So, for example, if you look at the first note, does it take you 6 seconds to work out what to do with that? Or can you read it in a quarter of a second and apply it instantly? Thirdly, try to avoid reading by interval. So, for example, say your first note is middle C in the treble clef, and then you go up a level, and then up another level, and up another level. You may be reading by interval. You're not reading the letter name, so you don't know it's gone C, D, E, F. You've gone C, it goes up a rung on the ladder, so it must be that note there. And then it goes up another rung on the ladder, so that must be that note there. But you no longer know what note you're playing. It's an E that you're on now, but you may have lost track of that. This happens with bass guitarists. They read by interval. Now, that's a useful skill to have, but don't rely on it exclusively. Okay, you'll fall down, especially in harder sight reading where the hands change position in the middle of the piece. Fourthly, try to do a little every time you practice, even just for 30 seconds or a minute. Sight reading will not, I repeat, not come after blitzing it for 5 hours in 1 week, and then you never have to work on it again. Now, it may work for a grade 1 exam, but if you want to get beyond grade 1 level sight reading, you'll have to work at it every week, every month, for, to be honest, a number of years. I wish it was easy, but it just isn't. So try to get beyond this hang-up that you may have. You have to work at it. Fifthly, try not to linger for too long on one sight reading piece. It may only be 4 or 5 bars at grade 1. But if you're spending 40 minutes on that, I would say you should have taken a break. By 20 minutes, just move on to a different sight reading exercise, the one below it. And just do 5 minutes on it and then move on to something else. Do one of your favourite pieces or go and have a coffee. Take a break, okay? You've got to have a long-term view of this. Sixthly, hang in there. It needs discipline and commitment. Now, these are not popular concepts these days. I'm well aware of that as a teacher. But remember that it is so worth it. Okay, now, thanks for listening, and please do subscribe. Eccleston Piano Teacher.